Why did Jungkook celebrate his birthday alone with V? The emotional rift that left Jin feeling unseen in a development that has left the global BTS fandom stunned and deeply unsettled. Jungkook's recent birthday celebration, held privately and exclusively with Kim taehyung, V, has ignited a wave of speculation, concern, and emotional inquiry. The absence of Kim Seokjin Jin, the eldest member of BTS, from the celebration has triggered a cascade of questions that go far beyond mere scheduling conflicts. Why was Jin not present? Why did Jungkook choose to spend such a personal moment with V alone? And most importantly, what does this say about the shifting emotional dynamics within BTS? The images that surfaced, Jungkook embracing V in a dimly lit room, tears visibly streaming down his face, have become the epicenter of a storm that refuses to settle. Fans across continents are asking, what did Jungkook cry about in V's arms? And why was Jin, who has long been considered a pillar of emotional support within the group, nowhere to be seen? Sources close to the situation suggest that Jin's recent health deterioration following BTS's global tour may have played a role. However, the explanation appears insufficient when weighed against the emotional gravity of the moment. Jin was reportedly in Korea, recovering under close supervision, while Jungkook and V remained overseas. Yet, the decision to celebrate without even a virtual acknowledgement of Jin's presence has raised eyebrows and concerns. Jin's silence in the days following the celebration was deafening. When he finally spoke, his words were measured, but the underlying sentiment was unmistakable. "I saw the photos," he said in a private conversation that was later confirmed by multiple insiders. "I wasn't invited. I wasn't even informed. I don't know what hurts more, the exclusion or the fact that no one thought it would matter to me." This statement has sent shockwaves through the ARMY community, many of whom have long admired the bond between Jin and Jungkook. Their relationship, often described as a blend of mentorship and brotherhood, now appears fractured in ways that are difficult to ignore. The emotional weight of Jin's words, his sense of being undervalued, unseen, and emotionally sidelined, has prompted a reevaluation of the group's internal cohesion. Jungkook's decision to celebrate with V alone is not without context. The two have shared a uniquely close bond in recent years, often seen traveling together, sharing private jokes, and supporting each other through personal challenges. But the exclusivity of the celebration, coupled with Jungkook's visible emotional breakdown in V's arms, suggests that something deeper is at play. Insiders have hinted at a growing emotional dependency between Jungkook and V, one that may have inadvertently marginalized other members. Jungkook has been leaning on V more and more, one source noted. "It's not about favoritism. It's about emotional safety." V understands Jungkook in ways that others don't, or perhaps in ways that Jungkook no longer feels others can. This raises a critical question. Has Jin's role within BTS shifted from emotional anchor to peripheral figure? And if so, what are the implications for the group's future? Jin's recent health scare, which led to his abrupt return to Korea accompanied by Jimin and Jungkook, was initially seen as a moment of solidarity. But the aftermath has revealed a more complex picture. Jin's recovery has been marked by isolation, both physical and emotional. His absence from group activities, including Jungkook's birthday, has not been adequately addressed by the remaining members, leading to speculation about internal tensions. The ARMY community has not remained silent. Social media platforms are flooded with questions, theories, and emotional appeals. Why did Jungkook choose V over Jin? One fan asked. Is this the beginning of a divide within BTS? Another posted. The lack of official clarification has only intensified the speculation, leaving fans to piece together fragments of information in search of answers. Jungkook's emotional breakdown during the celebration has become a focal point of analysis. What triggered the tears? Was it relief, grief, guilt, or something else entirely? V's role in comforting Jungkook has been praised, but it has also highlighted the absence of other members, particularly Jin, whose presence might have offered a different kind of solace, in a rare moment of vulnerability. Jin addressed the situation indirectly. "I've always believed that birthdays are about connection," he said. Not gifts, not parties, just being remembered. I wasn't remembered. These words have struck a chord with fans and industry observers alike. They reveal a man grappling not just with physical recovery, but with emotional displacement. Jin's sense of being forgotten, of having his place within the group questioned, is a narrative that cannot be ignored. The implications of this emotional rift are profound. BTS has long been celebrated not just for their musical achievements, but for their unity, their brotherhood, and their ability to navigate challenges together. The current situation threatens that narrative, introducing a level of emotional fragmentation that could have lasting consequences. Industry analysts are watching closely. The emotional dynamics within BTS have always been complex, shaped by years of shared experiences, personal growth, and evolving identities. But the current moment feels different, more fragile, more uncertain, and more emotionally charged than anything the group has faced before. As fans continue to seek clarity, one thing is certain: the emotional landscape of BTS is shifting. Jungkook's birthday celebration, once expected to be a moment of joy, has become a mirror reflecting deeper tensions, unresolved emotions, and the painful reality of change. Whether this moment marks a temporary fracture or a more permanent shift remains to be seen. But for now, the questions linger, the emotions run deep, and the silence from key members speaks louder than any official statement ever could. Jin's quiet heartbreak, Jungkook's tearful embrace with V, and the absence of answers have created a narrative that is as compelling as it is unsettling. The world watches, waits, and wonders. What happens next? The tension surrounding Jin's absence from Jungkook's birthday celebration has not only unsettled fans, it has exposed a deeper emotional fracture that many had long suspected but never dared to confront. The silence between members, once interpreted as professional discretion, now feels like emotional distance. And in the center of it all stands Jungkook, whose tearful embrace with V has become a symbol of both vulnerability and exclusion. Observers have noted that Jungkook's emotional state in recent months has been increasingly fragile. The pressures of global fame, coupled with the weight of personal expectations, have left him seeking comfort in the most familiar places. V, with his calm demeanor and intuitive understanding of Jungkook's emotional rhythms, has become that refuge. But the intimacy of their bond has inadvertently cast shadows elsewhere, particularly on Jin, whose role as emotional guardian now seems eclipsed. Jin's response, though restrained, carried the weight of years. "I've always been there," he said, "but sometimes being there isn't enough when someone stops looking for you." The pain behind those words is unmistakable. It is not the pain of jealousy. It is the pain of being forgotten. The ARMY community, known for its emotional intelligence and fierce loyalty,